as a new amputee, there's a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to consider. You just got to remember when all this starts up, it's all temporary because you're going to get used to it. You're going to figure out how to do things. You're going to meet people. And just getting used to this, don't be embarrassed by it. You know, most people stare at you, but it's mainly because it's like, oh wow, look at what they're doing, look what they're accomplishing in their life. Because no matter what, we all have our days, but we understand each other. And finding another amputee that understands the situation that you're in is key in keeping yourself upbeat, not getting down about it, or just having somebody to vent to that understands, oh, you know, yeah, you've went through this. And, you know, we're all different. Yes, it's all different levels of amputations. But you got to look at it like, you know, you're going to push through it. It's temporary. You're going to get your leg. You're going to get your arm. You're going to get whatever it is you need. And how do you push through any bad days you have? Get advice, but don't give up.
Number one, don't be afraid of anything. This is going to change things in your life. However, all it does is change how some things are done. It doesn't mean that you can't do them anymore. You're going to be all right, but everything will get better. You definitely have to keep a positive attitude. Your attitude is everything. You're going to be okay. Everything will return to a quote-unquote new normal.
So in the very beginning, when I was going through all my surgeries and I was just researching every day, there's got to be something better, there's got to be something out there that I can do. I found a few people on Instagram, Facebook, watching YouTube videos of amputees who were just putting their story out there. And that's really what made me realize that I can cut my leg off and I will be okay. At the end of the day, it's just a leg. Like, I've been through so much already. I'm too stubborn to not make it work. If I could reach one other person and by sharing my story, then everything I did was worth it. And I've had so many people reach out to me telling me how much my story has helped them, and it just brings joy to my heart. It makes me feel so good, and the whole reason I made it is it came full circle.
To be honest with you, just be patient. Because I fell a few times when I first got my leg, because I thought, all right, I've got my leg under me now, I can go right back to doing what I was doing. And it wasn't the case. You know, some people are able to do that. I wasn't. But I didn't stop trying. So falling a couple times was just learning my limit, and luckily they were graceful, and I was not far from the ground to begin with. But just being patient, because if you just expect immediate results, they're not going to be there most of the time. Because I found out that the hard way. That's why I have to take my time and do things the way I do now, is because I know I have to think about it, and I'm not going to get the same result or the same process as before, but I'll still get the same result.
My message to you today is, I know right now you're feeling that probably your lowest point of your life. Trust me when I say that it's just the beginning of your new life. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do some things that you did previously, but you're also going to be able to do some things that you never thought of that you could do. Your accomplishments and things that you do in your life from this day going forward is going to mean so much more to you post-injury than they did previously, because you worked hard to get back to a point that you didn't think you'd be able to get to. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard work. You're going to have to work hard to do it. But when I sit here before you and tell you that I did it and you can do it too, I'm I'm speaking from experience.
No matter how dark it gets, and it does for every amputee out there, there will be a beacon and always be a beacon for someone else. There isn't anything you can't do. It's all there. All you have to do is try to push yourself. First you'll say, well, I'll never walk, but you'll walk. There's nothing you can't do. There's a lot of people that have lost all their limbs that still function in the everyday world. They find a way. And that's what you have to do. You have to grasp. You have to push yourself every chance you can. You start out with little steps and then they get bigger. But you can do anything you set your mind to.
I wanted to be able to walk around and nobody could tell that I was an amputee. I wanted to live my life as normal as possible, but it also has to be the new normal, and that's okay. I haven't fallen with my prosthesis yet, but if I do, Sean told me how to get back up. So if you fall, just get back up and keep going. And stay positive and just believe in yourself.
It was probably the toughest day of my life to hear that they were going to take my leg off. It was bad. It was very bad. But it was the best thing I ever did in my life with what I got dealt. I asked Sean if I could see his leg. And right then I said, no way. But after a few hours, I told everybody to leave. Everybody laughs about it now that I had that time. That evening I decided, me and my wife talked, and it was probably the best thing to do. So we decided to have the amputation. It was tough. But now, looking back, be honest, I have done pretty much everything I want to do. In this card game, I got dealt a hand that may not have been great, but I'm playing it, and I'm surviving well.